Ellen Martin with A Life Shared, and I want to talk with you today about a tool that has helped us practice conversation as a family in our household. In my book, A Life Shared, Meaningful Conversations with Kids, you can find it on Amazon. They had only 3 copies, and now it says in stock, and it's free shipping, even though it's not a full Prime product anymore. I have a section on conversation boundaries, and in that, I talk about different kinds of conversations. ACOs, adult conversation only, FCO, family conversation only, and KCO, kid conversations only. Adult conversations only are something that my husband came up with one night at the dinner table. I was getting ready to share with him something, and he said, "Honey, I think that's an ACO." And I said, "ACO? What are you talking about?" He said, "Adult conversation only?" And I laughed and said, "Yeah, you're right, that is an ACO. We'll talk about it later." Through that time and that one experience, we developed FCOs in our household, family conversation only. I shared with the boys one day when we were homeschooling and practicing multiple digit addition, shared a real life example through our budget, how much money we made a month and what were the things they thought we used our money on, and had them add up all the parts. And while they were doing that, all I could think to myself was, oh no, I just made the biggest mistake ever. I told a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old about our family budget. What are they going to do with this information? So backpedaling quickly and hopeful to protect that information from the rest of the world, I said, "Boys, what we just had here is a family conversation. It's an FCO. We don't share it with others." And they said, "Well, no, Mama, this is our private stuff." And I said, "Yeah, exactly. It's a family conversation only." Later on, as the kids got older, they were the ones who came up with KCOs. I checked on them once and said, "What are you doing?" And they said, "Mom, it's a KCO." And I said, "KCO, what's that?" "Kid conversation only." I knew that I wasn't welcomed because I wasn't a kid. It wasn't my conversation. Just like they've learned over time that when my husband and I are having an ACO, they're not welcome because they're not an adult. And in our family, when we have a family conversation only, an FCO, that it's not for us to share with others, it's just ours. We found out recently due to Facebook post that some people we go to church with, their family has COVID-19. We're sharing it with our children, asking them to pray for them. And the 8-year-old said, "Mama, am I supposed to tell other people about that?" And I said, "Well, baby, who would you tell?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Son, that's not yours to share. It's theirs." And he said, "Yeah, that's right. It's just not mine." Kids understand boundaries in conversation, and they help us thrive in sharing life with one another. Right now, my husband and I are having a lot of ACOs as news and circumstance changes around the coronavirus pandemic. Our family is having a lot of family conversation only, things that we are talking through and working through as a family, and things we're coming to make decisions about that then later may be public information to share. It may not. But I just wanted to share these boundaries, these tools with you for conversation. ACOs, adult conversation only. FCO, family conversation only. And if your kids want to run with it, KCO, kid conversation only. Through workshops I have done, this has morphed into all kinds of other things like SFO, SCO, staff conversation only. And all kinds of fun things for everybody's situation. So I hope this tool is helpful for you. I hope it helps set up parameters for who's in on the conversation and who's not, so that you can have boundaries for the conversations that you need to have during this unique time, and that it can support you to share life well with one another. Friends, be brave. This is a whole new adventure we're in, but by the grace of God and His kindness in Jesus Christ and the presence of the Holy Spirit, in Him we can do this well. Peace to you.